Hello, my name is Sam Johnson and I am a voice teacher. Today I will be reacting to and analyzing Celine Dion, Andrea Bocelli, Lady Gaga, Lang Lang, and John Legend performing The Prayer. This video is dedicated to my mom, who used to listen to this song on repeat for hours and hours. Happy Mother's Day.
I pray you'll be alright and watch us where we go and help us to be one.
So far, I mean, they've got awesome camera work. That's one thing that really stands out is the production quality. So good job to them for being able to put this together under such stressed circumstances. And obviously, when you are as successful as Celine Dion is, you can get some good equipment, but way to take that step and actually make something that's awesome. So because of latency, we can't do things like this online in real time, so we would need to play through the piano part first, record all of that, and then send it to everyone else. I'm not sure what order they did it, but you'd have to have the piano first.
In times when we don't know, let this be our prayer. When we lose our way.
When she started it, it had a little bit of extra nasality, when we lose our way, and then it kind of lost it as it went on, which is fine. It's just a different color. I have no problem with nasality unless it's everywhere all the way through a phrase. Even then, sometimes I don't really have a problem with it. It just makes sure that it matches what you're trying to do and that it is the best sound that you can make. Because sometimes it is exactly what you need to do for this. And when we are working with artists like Lady Gaga, I would default to assuming that she knows what she's doing and that she has a reason for choosing colors like that, and I think that that's totally fine. With Celine, we heard a little bit of reverb on the sound. I thought it was great. Whoever mixed this and whoever mastered everything, they know how to make voices sound good in less than ideal recording conditions, like these untreated rooms.
Lead us to a place.
Guide us with your grace.
I love how with all of them you can hear they all have such unique voices and they are letting it out. So with Celine, it's like she's not trying to be anyone else, she's trying to be Celine. With Lady Gaga, she's just such a versatile artist and she does so many different colors. What's Lady Gaga best at this point? I'm not sure, but she's got so many different colors available to her, and so it sounded like she was kind of matching the colors of more Andrea Bocelli and Celine Dion, where John Legend comes in and is like, I'm John Legend, I'm gonna do what I want.
Give us faith so we'll be saved.
And he's in this stairwell. Stairwells are great for singing if you have stairwells because it adds some natural reverb. I don't know if they're recording with the AirPod or if it's a different microphone. I would assume that he's just getting the audio in with the AirPod because usually they don't have the greatest sound recording quality, but I've been surprised by it sometimes, and you can get some decent recordings from just the little microphone that's built in with it.
Sogniamo un mondo senza più violenza, un mondo di giustizia e di speranza. Ognuno dia la mano al suo vicino.
She's so dramatic. I love it. She sounds great. I love how relaxed Bocelli looks. His jaw, you just see no tension right now. And to me, that's the first thing that I like to look at to see if there is tension, because it's It's not like a simple fix, but a lot of people are just unaware of how tense their jaw is when they're singing. And as soon as they become aware of like, oh wow, I really am kind of tensing my jaw and shoving it forward, then they can just not do that. And then that makes a big difference. So with him, it just looks very relaxed and easy. Really easy sound.
Simbolo di pace, di fraternità, la forza che tu dà.
I also like that he has a slightly darker tone and Celine has a slightly brighter tone, and when you put both of them together, it just blends well. If they were both using like that really, really bright tone, it wouldn't sound as full spectrum. And Bocelli, like, he's a really great classical crossover singer, and a lot of people might, from the classical world, complain that, he's not a classical singer, but he still gets all of those colors in a way that I feel like most pop artists don't, where he does experiment with more of the dark side, some of the warmth of his voice. And I just think that it sounds really good with him and Celine at the same time. However, if he went even further back, if he went to a very woofy kind of sound, I don't know if it would work quite as well because, I don't know, their voices sound really good together as is.
Ask that life be kind and watch us from above.
Her sound's the best.
We hope each song will find another soul to love.
She gets a little bit like of that kind of throaty sound, but that's what she's known for. It's not necessarily the worst thing to get that kind of sound. I wouldn't recommend it to students unless they're trying to do more of an imitation or unless they are already extraordinarily well known, because a lot of times that kind of Kermity sound that she gets, that Celine sound, it's not Kermity because like it's Celine and she sounds great with it, but it's,
Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here.
let's be real, like there's a little bit of extra constriction with it. It usually happens when people like retract their tongue a little bit and it narrows the vocal tract in their throat rather than narrowing it a little bit higher and forward, like between their tongue and the roof of their mouth. And it just isn't the easiest way to sing always for people, but most of the time it's not the easiest because they push into it too much. They overpress. They get tense in other areas where it seems like she has this way of just making it work without needing to push and get super tense. And I don't know if she's had a ton of vocal problems, but having a career like she has, it makes me think that, it is a very repeatable sound for her. Then again, like, still, don't go for it. I really would recommend not doing that because it's a difficult thing to completely tune and to get feeling really well balanced. He's so good. Lang Lang's piano, like I don't think they had to add any reverb at all because that room is covered in hard surfaces and the sound is just gonna bounce everywhere. It sounds great, but it does sound like a ton of reverb. It's interesting how they mixed all of this together to make it sound more coherent because we did have different mics, different recording situations for all of these people, but it sounds fairly together.
Let this be our prayer,
Just like every child,
just like every
This is so John Legend.
need to find a place.
guide us with your grace.
I love that sound that he just used. I thought it was really cool. He goes kind of on the edge of it breaking, but he's so well controlled and he trusts it so much that it doesn't break, and he's able to just use it to add this interesting color. John Legend is amazing because he knows exactly who he is, and he never tries to be anyone other than John Legend. A lot of guys try to sing way higher than they might naturally be able to, and it results in a lot more of a pushed sound, and it just seems like he's embraced all the colors that he's really good at, and he stays in his lane in a really good way.
Sento che ci
I think they did a fantastic job. I think that the mixer and whoever edited this did a very, very good job of getting all of the different recordings to sound good together, because that's really difficult. And it's easy to assume that this stuff is fairly easy, but it's not. It's difficult to record and make it sound as polished and as good as they just did. And so that's, I think, the biggest thing that they should be commended for. But also just sharing what they're really good at with everyone is nice. I like that they're doing it. It's just nice. I don't want to overthink it. It's just a nice thing. Lady Gaga is a vocal chameleon who can do a lot of different colors, and I think it's cool that she tries all of these different projects where, okay, so John Legend is amazing. I love John Legend. He also does a lot of different projects. He does his solo stuff. He did this. He does, like, Jesus Christ Superstar. He does a lot of different stuff, but it feels like he doesn't change himself to match each of those projects, which I have tremendous respect for because it works. With Lady Gaga, she changes herself to fit all of the projects. And some might argue that she isn't, like, the highest level at all of the things that she does, but I think she's pretty freaking good at all of those things, and I think it's really incredible that she's willing to go out of her comfort zone, for a lot of people it would be going out of their comfort zone, trying to sing, you know, the amazing pop music that she does, and then do A Star Is Born, and that's a slightly different way of approaching things, and do her jazz project, and do this. Like, it's all just a little different, but she is willing to go out on that ledge and be like, yeah, I'm capable of doing all of these different colors. Come at me, because I'm really good at all of them.
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever been done before, unafraid to reference or not reference, put it in a blender.
And I think that takes, like, a lot of guts to be able to be amazing at one thing and then change it a little bit and still be like, hey, I'm doing this. Deal with it. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Go check out the links in my description. I have so many links, just a massive collection of links, and I would love for you to click all of those links. Thank you.
Hi-ho! Kermit the Frog way back here! I always wanted to do that.